My name is Lillian Rios. I apologize in advance for my room being the scenery of this video. I had planned to film with better scenery, however, my phone is a little bit cracked and it makes it hard to take videos and stuff, so I am forced to do it from my laptop. Now, I'd like to just jump in and tell you what I think about the Native American problems. The indifferences of Native Americans. So, one thing that I've noticed in all my time of being on Earth is that media does not cover Native American problems. I've only ever seen Native Americans being brought up in the news over the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now, it is a horrible thing, and I didn't agree with the Dakota Access Pipeline. However, if media is going to cover any kind of social justice issues with the Native Americans, they should do more and not just things that are Trump related. So, misinterpretations of reservations, government funded checks. Apparently there is a myth that Native Americans receive government checks once a month. Now, no, this does not happen. They do receive some kind of like a subsidized system money, and that's just basically that they live on the reservation. It's not that they're Native Americans, so they get the government checks. Another myth that is about the reservations is that casinos on reservations don't make a reservation rich. Now, casinos have to pay federal taxes because it is a business. Now, they do not give handouts to the reservation because, first of all, it's a business. And they have to pay federal taxes and they have to pay their employees. After that, some casinos will give money to the reservation if they have money left over after all that. Now, I don't understand how these myths came about, but now you know the facts. Healthcare. Healthcare is not a good thing on the reservation. Now, 30% of Native Americans are not covered by healthcare, compared to the 15% of Americans that do. The American Indian Health Services is a federal healthcare system for Native Americans, and this system, although it is good and they have access to healthcare, there are disparities in this system. Now, normally when you get a hospital document, it lists everything that the hospital has done or the healthcare system has done. Now, there are deficiencies in the system, and these are not recorded at all. So, people are not able to evaluate them improperly because they don't show what's wrong, so they are unable to fix it. However, there are groups and programs that advocate for this. Now, they see that Native Americans are getting cheated out of proper health care. The average life expectancy has increased thanks to these programs, and it has increased from 63.5 to 73.2. Now, although that may seem like a win, it is not really a life worth living whenever you have illnesses or you have diabetes, and so we have to ask ourselves, where does this change begin? Where can we start to raise awareness for these problems? Now, for me, I've always believed politics is the way to go about getting change. So, Native American population, in my eyes, should be the center of attention in all political debates. If we bring to light the problems that are happening with Native American populations, politicians and any kind of social justice warrior will have to hang their head in shame. We need to focus on Native American women and Native American men. It just needs to happen. And so, focusing on Native American women, reproductive justice. So, in the United States, Native American women have the highest sexual assault rates in the United States. Now, this may seem surprising, considering that feminists will try and feed you that the African American population is the highest rates of sexual assault. However, this is not true. Native American women also do not have the same health care that I will have as a Hispanic woman. I have access to birth control, and I have access to just better health care. Now, a Hispanic woman like me, yes, my job may not pay for my birth control. However, I still have resources to get birth control or an abortion, whatever I may seem, or whatever is my reproductive justice. Now, something that is forced onto Native American women more than any other ethnicity group is forced sterilization. Native American women have to face this inhumane practice and by white male doctors. Now, I do not have any prejudice against white male doctors, but I do not like this injustice, and nor should anyone else, really. Why do we allow this to happen? We allow it to happen because there's no advocacy for these women. What is forced sterilization? Forced sterilization is the malpractice of male doctors who give hysterectomies to unwilling and unknowing patients. One case is of a woman in 1972 had her uterus removed during a time when she was struggling with alcoholism. The doctor went in for irregular appendicitis and removed her uterus. Later on, she wanted to start a family, and she went to the same doctor asking for a womb transplant because she couldn't get pregnant. Now, she was unaware that he had done that to her, and now she is unable to have a family. That is not right. Now, Native American women are targeted the most because of high birth rates among Native Americans. Now, doesn't that seem a bit like genocide? Male sexual healthcare is also inadequate. Granted, they don't have wombs to be ripped from their body. However, they still have limited healthcare, just as much as women. Where is the social justice? Now, social justice warriors will protest an alt-right group for rallying to keep a Confederate statue. Now, but they won't advocate for these problems, for women's rights. Now, I guess that they don't fit into the liberal, democratic, and republican agenda. And I apologize if that offends you or anyone. Time and time again, Native Americans are denied basic human rights. Without rights and a voice, what are you in America? Now, Native Americans have to deal with trauma over many generations. This leads them to alcoholism and chemical abuse and drug abuse. Now, they can also experience stereotypes and racism. Now, they find solace in alcoholism. But if we took just as much time to discuss, as much as we discuss police brutality and gun violence, to discuss Native American problems, then we could get Native Americans what they need. This is what I think, and this is what many people believe to be true. Thank you. Have a good day.